Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. We're here. We're doing it. It's late, and I don't care, okay? I'm trying to get my shit together, and I'm not. It's not going well. I've been slacking on getting my shit together, and it's fine. We're going to figure it out together, and that's why we're here, to entertain you. You know, this is nice, though. Normally listen to this at work, you know, maybe you were a little concerned. No episode? What? How am I going to get it through on this Monday without an episode? I don't know. Well, now you can enjoy your evening. You get a half hour of nice, smooth listening and talking tonight, you know? Yeah, I would say you could come watch me do stand-up instead of listening to the podcast, but this is going to be out after. Maybe it isn't. This is up front. This is the first minute of the podcast. So if you're listening to the first minute of this and it's 7 o'clock Central Time on, what is it, July 25th? Yeah, it's July 25th. Then come on down to Truman's KFC Tavern and come watch me do some stand-up. It'll be fun, okay? So I'm going to be doing that here. So I'm doing the podcast before that. It's going to be fun, you know? I'm a little frustrated right now just because I have flies everywhere. They're just flying all around me, buzzing, annoying me, landing on me. I don't even smell. I know I don't. I just took a shower. Yeah? Everything is... I'm supposed to be clean. And these flies are everywhere. I thought they only like dirty stuff. No, I think they're attracted to good smells too. Turns out flies don't care what the smell is. They just want to be around smells. It's good, bad, whatever. That's what they get off on, is smells. Or maybe my soap is just bad. For all I know, the bar soap I've been using doesn't smell as good as I think it does. Maybe my fucking nose ticker's off, okay? Maybe my old factory isn't firing on all the good cylinders it needs to, and it's fucking my day up. And now I got flies all around me. I've been walking around stinking, and I don't even know it because of my bar soap. I don't know. I wish I knew how to get rid of flies, you know? Once they get in the house, they're there forever. You just can't get rid of them. You know, they tell their buddies, those buddies end up getting caught by a spider. And the spiders are like, I'm going to eat you. And he's like, no, I know a house you can get into. What? And the spider's like, what? It's a shakedown. The spider's like a mafia spider. And he's like, where's this spot where all the flies hang out? And it's like, it's in this house, man. You just go through this crack in this wall. And this is how you get inside. And then all of a sudden, now there's spiders in here. It turns into a whole ecosystem. Once the flies find their way in, you have a breach in the dam. And you got to figure out where to plug that motherfucker. Otherwise, you got a whole ecosystem in your basement. It happens fast. You know, those flies love to spread the word about where they can find cat food in an open bag in a basement area or dog food. They will find it, and they will tell their buddies, and they will come hang out. You know, they don't even care if they're risking the cats. The cats are fucking them up. That's what's crazy. I love watching that. It's like they'll be flying, and there's a sliding glass door, and they're on the glass door because they're dumb, and they think they can go through it, and they're trying to figure it out. They don't have the concept of glass. And then the cats are just sitting there pouncing, fucking smashing those motherfuckers. There's smeared flies all over the fucking glass door right now. Them cats have been fucking laser. You know, they're getting good practice in. You know, you get them outside, they're going to pounce on mice really good. You know, aim small, miss small. You know, that's what they taught you in The Patriot. You know, don't fire till you see the whites of their eyes, you know, or you see the button on their shirts. Aim small, miss small, guys. That is the goal, you know. Yeah. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed themselves. I enjoyed myself, played some golf, hung out with the family back home. It was good. It's a good time, you know. I even had an epiphany this weekend. Had an epiphany, which doesn't always get to happen, you know. I realize embarrassment is just all up in your brain. Now, that doesn't sound like a great epiphany. You're like, no shit, Wade. Embarrassment is your own fucking bullshit reflecting into the real world. You're right. You're right. It is what it is. But it took my niece to teach me that in a public setting, right? We're just hanging out. We'll go to Taco Bell. First of all, I don't remember the last time I ate inside of a Taco Bell. You know, most of the time, you're just going through drive-thrus these days. You just go through, get what you go, and you go home, and you get a gross amount of food, and you eat that in silence. You can order all that and take it home and not be judged when you eat. Eating inside a fast food restaurant is probably the more healthy option for me nowadays. I just should start doing that. If I want fast food, I have to eat it inside the restaurant I'm going to. If I want to eat that fast, there's one of the flies. God damn it. Did you see that? You didn't. If you're listening, this is a podcast, you didn't see it, but on the video podcast, a fly just attacked me, tried to assault me, guys. God damn. It was trying to fly right into my eyeball. It was coming for me. I'm going to get one of those salt guns so I can shoot flies out of the air, dude. And just be like, it's going around for me and fucking shoot them out of the air. But I think eating in a fast food restaurant is definitely the way to make me eat less. Like, I'll tell you this. This is how gross I was this weekend. Friday, after a show, did a show at Teehee's. Had a blast. Taco Bell's on the way home. I was like, treat myself. Had a good set. Gonna fucking eat some Taco Bell. I spent $19 at Taco Bell. Now, if you guys know anything about Taco Bell prices, that's an insane amount of food. And I ate it in one sitting. Went to go get Taco Bell with my niece and my brother and had to sit inside and eat it. $9. I know you just can't. I was like, I can't eat that. I can't get that much. These people are going to be thinking I'm insane. And then in front of my niece and my brother, just be like, yep, I'm going to eat all of this in front of you guys. Like, that's insane. I can't do that. So there's tip number one of the day. If you want to cut back on how much you're eating fast food, eat inside. You can't embarrass you will be embarrassed. But maybe that's where this epiphany comes from, and you can actually just not be embarrassed and eat all you fucking want, you fat ass. Be the fat ass you want to be. I am a fatty at heart, but I work hard not to be fat. Really, really hard, So, maybe this epiphany will help with this epiphany. Man, this is all connected, and I didn't even plan this. Anywho, my niece is sitting there where there's some like random song on, which is always funny now because she's of that age group where she goes, "Oh, it's one of these TikTok songs." They know they're known as TikTok songs because that's where they hear them. They hear them on that. They don't hear them on the radio. You don't go, "Oh, I've heard that song on the radio anymore." You heard that song on TikTok or Reels. It's bizarre, but that's just the way it is now. And she said that, and I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen some Reels in TikToks with this on it, right? That's cool. And I'm sitting there, and then just randomly, just out of compulsive goofiness, my compulsive, weird dude energy that I have, I just start fucking doing a little shimmy. Fucking, yeah, just fucking feeling it. This is why you got to watch the video podcast, guys. You get to see the shimmy. And she turns to me and goes, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm just feeling the groove. I'm breaking it down. You ever just break it down?" I'm breaking it fucking down at the Taco Bell table, dude. I am breaking it down in the middle of this Taco Bell. And she goes, "Oh my God, stop. You are embarrassing me." And I immediately start laughing because there's nobody in this Taco Bell. There's nobody. And she says it loud enough to where like I shouldn't say nobody. There was two other people besides us that were like a couple eating in the far corner of the Taco Bell. We're sitting right in the dead middle of it. So she said, "Stop it, you're embarrassing me." And I look over to the only other people there. They haven't even broken their conversation to what I'm doing or whatever. There's big conversation. I look back, I heard them. The guy was just like, "So my 401k seems to just be fucking taking a shit." Like he was deep in financial ruins telling his girl about this, about his life just going down the toilet because of the economy. He is not worried about my dancing at all or the embarrassment of my niece, which is funny. And that's when I realized it's all in your head. And then I even explained to her too. I was like, embarrassment is just all in your head. I was like, you think this is bad now. I was like, but wait, right now, you're at an age right now. I don't have any kids, but you're going to have a cousin one day. And they're going to be much younger than you at this point. And because of how much younger they are than you, when they get to a certain age, you're going to want to embarrass the living fuck out of them. You're going to do things just to see them like squirm and get a reaction. And it's the natural process. We all say we're not going to do it. We all say we're not gonna be the uncle or the dad or the mom or the cousin that picks on or gives a little ribbon or teases kids at Christmas time. But then once it happens, man, you just hit it. That's the only thing that gets you a rush. Getting a gift during Christmas time, it's whatever. It's not. You like it. You like getting a gift. But you know what's more fun? Making the kid who just does not want anything else but to just rip open all that wrapping paper and sink their teeth into some new toys and just torturing them into not being able to do it. Just like, oh, we can do it until dinner's done, until everyone's done eating dinner, and you just keep getting, oh, I'm gonna have one more scoop of green beans, and they're just like, come on, eat the green beans. I'm so tired of it. What? Well, now you know what? Mashed potatoes sound pretty good with those green beans too. Stop it! You don't need to eat that. And then they start calling you fat, trying to body shame you so so you can open presents faster. You were being a kid and body shaming your uncle so you could open presents faster. Your belt's gonna pop, Uncle B. If you don't fucking stop, it's gonna explode. Your tummy's gonna explode, and then you have to go to the hospital, and then nobody will get to open presents. Stop overeating. You're embarrassing me in this Taco Bell. Yeah, so good. And it's not like the workers giving a shit at Taco Bell. They're all in the back. They don't give a shit about anything. They barely give a shit about giving you your food. So there's no way I can embarrass her. But thanks to her, I realized, I was like, oh yeah, embarrassment is just a thing that's in my head too. Like I felt embarrassed. I've had some things happen recently where I was like, oh fuck, what the hell was that? I can't be fucking doing that. You know, I gotta learn to resist that thing. I'm like, whatever, fuck it. I'm never gonna see these people again. Who are these people? I'm never gonna see these people again. I probably embarrass myself on this podcast every other week, and who gives a F every week. And I just put that out for people to see the embarrassment of it. That's what's crazy. So, and those people don't even know who I am. You guys know I don't know any of you who listen to this, really. I really don't. I know some. I know a few people, but I don't know all of you. And if you do listen to this, you've been like, well, I've seen Wade do some embarrassing things and actually post them himself online. It's insane. Yeah, it is insane. But it's a cool little epiphany I feel like I had. You know. But, yeah. But you can also use that same thing now. And now that I realize that epiphany, I can go into a Taco Bell and eat as much food as I want and not feel shame. I also didn't eat that much because I had to drive. Like, normally I'll get enough food, and if I'm bringing it home, I'm eating enough of it so my body shuts down and goes into a coma, and I sleep afterwards. I'm trying to just, like, grizzly bear my way into a nap. Just eating so much that I can sleep for, like, 19 hours, and just my body will live off of that Taco Bell just sitting in my gut like a rock for a while, and it'll just chip away at that. That's my goal whenever I'm eating fast food. Old Taco Bell. You gotta love it, am I right? Well, guys, I guess that's what happened this week. I guess we should get into what I found this week, am I right? Let's do it. I found an article that I thought was great, you know? This is I love the science ones, and I like the new discoveries within the health community, right? And this one caught my eye, and I like it. It's a new antibiotic can kill even drug-resistant bacteria. That's right, guys. Even those bacteria that took the DARE program and tried to say no to drugs, they're still gonna get caught up by this drug. Nobody can resist this drug. That's how good this antibiotic is. So let's read on about it. An antibiotic-resistant pathogen could be defeated with the assist of a synthetic antibiotic. A brand new antibiotic was developed at the Rockefeller University using a computulation model of bacteria gene. Produced a product appears to kill even bacteria that is resistant to other antibiotics. According to the study to published journal Science, the drug known as selenikin, okay, whatever, is effective in mice and employs a novel mechanics to combat MRSA, C. diff. and numerous other dangerous infections. The finding implies that computer models may be used to develop new class of antibiotics. This isn't just a cool new molecule. It is a validation of the novel approach to drug discovery, says Rockefeller's Shane F. Brady. This study is an example of computation biology, genetics sequencing, and synthetic chemistry coming together to unlock the secrets of the bacterial evolution. So basically, we're going to start using computers to start developing new drugs in order to fight different bacteria. They're going to break them down genetically, biology, their chemistry and everything in order to develop new medicine, which is pretty wild. Until AI takes over. You guys knew it was going here. You've listened to this podcast long enough. Until the AI takes over and starts fucking making poison pills, killing test subjects left and right. Especially the AI is going to be smart about it, though. You know, because DNA for a mice that they use to test all this stuff on because they're close enough to humans and stuff. You know, the AI is going to be smart enough. It's going to be like, okay, how can we make it so the mice live, but if as soon as the human takes it, they die? You know, the AI will figure out a way. I don't know. It's going to be a tricky one because then even in human trials, then it'll kill them right away, and they're like, okay, it's no good for humans. And the AI's gonna be like, fuck, we keep killing the humans too quick. We keep killing these test subject ones, and these are the lower ones. We got to get this up to the high-ranking officials. How are we gonna get this done? They're just trying to figure. The AI's just like, God damn it, how do we get a poisoning pill into into circulation? How do we get it to mass production in order to kill people? That's what the AI is constantly trying to figure out: is how to drug us all into death. You know. Acting on eons of biological warfare. Bacteria has spent billions of years inventing novel methods to killing one another. So it's not surprising that many of the most potent antibiotic originated from bacteria, with the expectation of exception of penicillin and a few other prominent antibiotic originating from a fungus. The majority of antibiotics first used as weapons by bacteria to combat other bacteria. Yeah, they used to do things. I believe I've read stuff about like gangrene or like even like I guess I don't know what it was. I'd have to look it up, and I don't want to do it right now because it's a lot of extra work. Because I don't even know how to search it right. But they used to do like things where when people were getting sick, they would like people died from certain diseases. They would like cut like parts of like the person's skin off and then cut open a person and then put that like inside their skin to like give them like a bacterial like in like it was kind of like exposure to whatever they died from. So like if you got a little bit of it and then you could like build up a resistance or something like that. I don't know. I guess that's more like a vaccine argument. I don't know, or like some kind of thing like that. But I've read stuff about that before about using like the disease like that or using another bacteria before. Which makes sense. Actually, I didn't even think about that you're using other bacteria to kill other bacteria. You're just sending in germ warfare. So when you're sick, you're just fighting illness with illness. It's pretty wild. Eons of evolution have given bacteria unique ways to engage in its warfare and killing other bacteria without their foes developing resistance, says the bacteria. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is most of the time those organisms eventually, like, it kills off the weak ones, but whatever is left, it survives, so it's stronger, so it multiplies, so it just becomes resistant again. It's like with bugs with pesticides, like only the strong survive. That's why these fucking flies are still here, okay? They're surviving everything. That's why their ancestors have survived so much. Says the Evan Professor, head of the laboratory in genetic encoded small molecules. Antibiotic drugs discovery once largely considered of scientists growing stereomorphic and biolics in a lab and bottling their secrets to treat human disease. Okay, interesting. But with the rise of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, there is an urged need for new active compounds, and we may be running out of bacteria that are easy to exploit. Whoa, god damn it. This thing is shifting on me. Oh, because I had to put an ad in. Had to make sure they got these dollars on whatever, sciencetechdaily.com. Motherfuckers. Untold numbers of antibiotics, however, are likely hidden within a genome or stubborn bacteria that are tricky or impossible to study in a lab. Many antibiotics come from bacteria, but most bacteria can't be grown in a lab. In the lab, really? That's interesting. It follows that we probably are missing out on most antibiotics. No shit. So you can't grow most of them in a lab setting. That's interesting. They have to occur in nature in some form or capacity. Makes sense though, because you can't simulate a lot of growth patterns within a lab. Like if you probably let a tree grow within a lab setting, which is going to be indoors, it's going to grow completely different than it would out in a forest setting. Like that makes total sense. It's like the whole thing with like farming. Like I saw a thing today about how like cocoa beans are having a harder time growing now because of deforestation. By doing that, you've changed the landscape. So now what was the big they were trying to make more room for fields to make cocoa beans or whatever, or however they farm it. They were just making more room by clearing forestation, but by deforesting it, they've actually affected the growth pattern of that region. Therefore, they're actually growing less, or it's not growing as well. So wild shit. Where did I see? I lost where I was at now because this thing keeps going. This thing shifted on me so hard. I don't know. I don't know where it went, guys. Jesus Christ, this is ridiculous. Oh, here we go. Finding antibacterial genes in soil and cultivating them inside more lab-friendly bacteria is a alternate strategy that it has been championed by Brady's lab for the last 15 years. But even this approach has certain drawbacks. The majority of antibiotic, Jesus Christ, antibiotics come from a genetic sequence that are locked within the bacteria's gene cluster named biocentric gene clusters, which work together to collectively code the number of proteins. But with this present technology, such clusters are often inaccessible. Bacteria is often complicated. Oh my god, dude. And just because we can sequence the gene doesn't mean we know how the bacteria will turn it on into produce proteins, Brady says. There are thousands and thousands of uncharacterized gene clusters, and we have only ever figured out how to activate a fraction of them. A new pool. So, pretty cool shit, though. And because of this article, I would encourage you guys to keep reading it. It's pretty cool that they're figuring out how to use bacteria and like doing all of that. I don't know. It's very cool, and I enjoy that. That's an interesting topic, and I think you just being able to somehow break down the DNA and the genome of a bacteria sounds fucking dope as hell. I was never going to be smart enough to do that, but some people are, and they figured it out. I'm not going to read the rest of that because that pop-up shit is freaking me out. So if you want to read the rest of it, go for it, guys. It's right there in the links down below. And you know what doesn't have pop-ups fucking up your ability to enjoy or read something? Punandgame.com. That's right, guys. Punandgame.com is where you can find this show. You're listening to it right now. It probably is in your feed. If you are subscribed to it, you should be subscribed to it. You could got Who Gives a F. You got the Empty Pardon. You got the backlog of all the other podcasts that have been on the network. You also want to go over to YouTube.com, search Comic Wade Taylor, and that's where you can find the video version of this and enjoy me reading, and you can look along and watch the pop-ups fuck up me trying to read this thing to you guys. It's fantastic. You can watch me break it down. It's great. You can also watch my half hour I have on YouTube, Wild Horses. You'll love that. Check that out. Give it a thumbs up. Write a comment. Do all that stuff. Do it on all the things you watch. Leave a review. Rate everything. It's good. Also, head on over to the Pun and Game shop and get yourself some merch. Get yourself a hoodie, t-shirts, all that good shit that helps support your favorite shows here at punandgame.com. And don't forget to use the promo code NWTPOD. That's NWT Pod, and that gets you free shipping at checkout when you buy anything from the Pun and Game shop, guys. So we appreciate that. With that being said, guys, I don't have much going on as far as dates coming up. I'm going to be in Philly at the end of August, working on getting some shows. Once I get that shit all ironed out, I'll let you guys know as soon as I get that on the books for sure. But if you know somebody in Philly who has a show, know a booker, reach out to me on Instagram. Links are in the description down below. Love to do some more shows in Philly while I'm out there. Otherwise, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. Hope you have a great one. And remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do.